Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Ribbedebee from CZT Ria Matheussen. Okay, this, my opinion, is definitely not as hard as it looks. All right, we're going to start off with a string of small orbs. So you want them to be separated, period. So you want them small, you want them separated because the separation is going to determine the big ovals that you saw in the picture. We'll see how, you'll notice, well, now I'm looking back at it, it's not that bad. On my version of the step outs, where I first put the ovals in, they're rather small, but it's okay. Well, this middle one's going to be big. All right. So there we go. Small orbs. Separated. Well, you know what? And if you wanted to think about it this way, it's about a pen width. That's what I'm doing. You can do however you want, but if you need that for at least a first guide. Okay, next. We're going to use kind of the takeoff and land. This is more of just the takeoff part on for this next step. And so what I'm going to do, and I I didn't separate this. I sort of separated it out. I separated it from the orbs so that way we could see what we're doing. So taking off, so I'm tracing over a little bit here and coming down just a little bit. Err on the side of too short, because you can always change it. And actually, this is the first time, well, maybe it's not the second time I've done down then up. What I had been doing was just down, 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 and then, then the other side. Okay. So again, I think the takeoff and land is important because that way it kind of, you're tracing over the orb and it's not just, a straight line or so coming off of it. There's this little minute difference with that. It's just interesting. Okay, next we're gonna aura, and I want to do. Well, I'll only do it this backwards. I want to make sure that you can see. All right. So starting from here, so I'm gonna come from this end, and this is where you could lift it up a little bit if you need to, make it a little longer. But we're just going to aura. It's like we're auraing around the orb. Like that. Like so. All right. And as you probably guessed, we're going to do the same thing on the flip side. So it probably makes it better or easier to just turn your tile, turn your paper. Same thing on the other side. Now, well, actually on this side it might not. These are going to turn into something. Wait, let me. Oh yeah, because we're gonna be using these. So if by chance, because this one I want it to be a little shorter. So I have that little bit hanging out there. We'll see what happens together. All right. Okay, so again, we're just auraing kind of around that orb. Next, we're going to put in those giant orbs in the middle. So here, and I'm tracing over this. Like I said, you can make these as big as you want. Let me make sure to do this. So I'm tracing over this, and then I come around, I'm tracing over the next one. You could do this way also, right? Just a big C-shaped curve line and then come below. Well, I don't like that as much because now it looks like it's just really wonky. I'd rather do it in one stroke. It's a good experiment. Like that. Okay. And just remember, you can, whatever, size, but you see how the distance of the orbs is going to obviously affect your these big orbs, and then 2, you're auraing around it. So it's like you have to leave enough space for the aura, but it's going to come out cool no matter what. All right. Even if they're really, really thin, because I'm picturing it's just like it's one of those, just do it, go with it and see what happens. And so we'll do this next step, and then you'll be able to decorate it however you wish, because this part will still happen even if you have a really, really skinny orb in this section. Okay, now this open end right here, we're gonna aura the top. And as I'm coming around, I kind of go a little bit slow so I can try to hollowbow it with this line right here. I should point with, I'm afraid to point with the pen because I'll probably write on it like that. So I'm going to do it again. We got a couple more chances. That one didn't line up so much, but that's all right. Like so. And then, guess what? Yep. Turn your tile, turn your paper, and same thing again. And it's always nice to turn your tile because, well, especially for one like this, and there are times it's good to check. This one I did, because sometimes on tangles like this, you flip it and you're not necessarily doing the same thing on the flip side. This one we are, so it's just beautiful. That's it. That is it. Except to play in shade. Now, if you take a look at the For More Inspiration link, there are some different ways, suggestions for decorating. I do, actually I'm thinking I want to take this off of the, all right, let's see if I can make this happen. This is going to be the tall one. I want to take that off. Well, I could do the bottom too. I didn't do this on my version of the step outs, but for some reason on this, it was just feeling like it needed to happen there. And let's see. So if that's the case there, and looking at this, then there's going to be like this. Oops. Sorry about that. Thwapped my camera. All right, there we go. Now I've got them going off the edge. Okay. And I think I want to do this one because I really liked the result on Ria's step out. But then as I'm doing mine, I'm like, well, it's not gonna, I don't have this perfect space in between, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to show how, it doesn't matter, because I really, really liked this flux shape that she did. And, well, let's see. Oh, I jotted mine out a little bit further than this, and that's okay. All right. So I might as well start here at the end, one end, and go to the next. So one way to decorate this. Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. And then, and we've done this with other tangles, right? Just little C-shaped curved lines. So this, I'm using this, the full, however wide that is. And I am kind of tracing over. And it's saying if you come up and over where this is, then you can come down a little bit with the C shape, come down a little bit like that. Actually, I think I did mine differently in my version of the step outs. It's okay. This is going to look cool. I think I did more of a, well, I don't know. Now it looks like it. I did more of a flux shape in there. Like as if I was starting from here, but I think I like this a little bit better, where we're just doing a C shape versus it kind of going into that point there. But of course, you get to do what you want and however you are inspired to go. But I kind of like that. All right, let's do the flip side. And, you know, again, taking a look at what Ria did, you don't have to do anything in the middle of those if you don't want to. And the neat thing is it will work either way. With whatever you want to do. It's just neat. Okay. Now let us throw in, Well, I was thinking about some rounding, but I because I did this a little bit differently, I don't think I need that. Well, I know one thing I do need for sure is some contrast. And a couple ideas here. Number one, we're going to fill in those little initial orbs, which is, I always like to, well, I don't always like to do that. Often I like to do that because they get a little sloppy. Mine do. And it gives me an opportunity to clean them up. Like that. And actually, I think I'm going to do some wispy lines in here. Just in that middle one. I don't know why, I just was moved to do that. So I am. Okay. First off, for the shading, the over and unders, right? So just with a little bit of graphite going, you know, where there's a line crossing. There we go. All right, then with the Tortillion, ever so carefully, just taking that graphite down the path. Like that. Yeah, and then I'm gonna put some right up here in this corner, graphite. Might put some down in the kitty corner. Yeah, because I think that might look neat. And I think I wanted oops, I missed one. In my mind, I was thinking I don't want to have graphite remorse. So if I put graphite, you know, down in here, it's going to be too much. So just putting the hatch marks. There we go. That part I missed. That looks like mirrors to me all of a sudden. Ha! Well, there we go. I'm debating if I want to put anything more. But while I do that, let me just tell you, I'm debating. Yeah, you know, I was like, do I want to have a little curve or do I not want to have a little curve? Okay, why not? All right, so if you're enjoying this, I hope that you would click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, also hope that you would, if you haven't done so already, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. Oh yeah, that totally needed that. Okay. I mentioned the description section. So in there, you will find links to the step outs, and I always do my own version. and then link to the creator of the tangle. I just think it's important you make sure to have access to the person. I mean, it has to be. You have to go and see what the person that created it, how they did it. Below that is my link tree. So if you would like, if you have not connected before, if you'd like to, on my link tree is all my social media. You can go to my website, which has all kinds of information, classes. You can follow my blog there. Also, we have a Tangle Addicts community group on Facebook. If you would like to join us there, we would love to have you. Click that link, answer the 4 questions, and then as soon as I see it, we'll let you in. All right, then I do teach twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Actually, 2 times on Tuesdays and 2 times on Thursday. I do an 11 a.m. and a 7 p.m. That is Eastern time. On the link tree, you will find 2 places where you can follow where I post classes at. That didn't sound like very good English, but you know what I mean. All right. And it's nice to do that. That way you can follow those. You'll see when I post classes. You can sign up there, get reminders, see it in your time zone, stuff like that. All right. And if you happen to have problems getting into any of the classes, because sometimes there's challenges, for the free classes, which those are on Thursdays and the 3rd Tuesday, I do keep them on my website. If you click on classes, just make sure the date is correct, because sometimes I don't change those till the last minute. And generally, every once in a while, I forget to change the date, but that every once in a while. But if the date is correct, then that link should work. I throw that in there because I've had a couple of people that said, I can't get in. I don't know what's wrong. And I don't know what's wrong either. So I always have options like that. It's a nice backup if you're wanting to join us. So I hope you will sometime. All right. So with that, thank you again so much for watching. And I wish you happy tangling.